Hi, a very warm welcome to Dusty Shelf Collectibles. Today we're talking Hornby's coaling tower. Yeah, hi, welcome. So just before I start on the coaling tower, apologies the video's a bit short at the moment. About a week or so ago I managed to fry my computer, which means I'm using a really old computer at the moment to edit the videos, and it just can't handle the frame rate and the rendering. So yeah, I'm trying to get it sorted, so bear with me. But in the meantime, I'll just make some short videos that are quite easy to edit, I hope, and yeah, hopefully thank you for bearing with me. So yeah, today I wanted to review Hornby's coaling tower. This is a 2010 release, so 13 years old. Obviously a little bit too big for me to take over the bench and film from above, so we'll just have a quick look at the box here. So there's a couple of pictures of the tower, as you can see, and then on the back here just some schematics of what's in there. You do get a couple of outbuildings as well with it. So bear with me, I'm going to take this out of the box and be back in a minute. Miracle of editing, there it is out the box. So as you can see, it's an absolute monster. It's a huge model. The scale of it is, it's going to be impressive on anybody's layout, but I'm guessing that's also the drawback of it, because it's so large. I'm not sure it was well picked up. I mean, I don't see very many of these on various layouts. I mean, it's they as I say, they were limited edition, but it was limited to 600, so it's not like there was one or two. There was, it was a big release. So the 2010 catalogue, if I just go to the page here, you can see it in there. It's listed in the catalogue, as I say, limited edition, run of 600, and then on the price list back then 13 years ago it was, bear with me, it was £49.99. so it's just a fraction under 50 quid would have got you this model. Now in today's market, I picked this one up probably 5 or 6 years ago for £35, which is an absolute bargain. I've had a quick look on eBay and a couple of the other sellers. They are out there, and I mean they're £40–50 now. So if you want one of these for your layout, they're not overly expensive for the size of the model. Now, that said, there are potentially some better ones on the market. I mean, you can, I think Bachmann do a version of this. There's also one of the cardboard kits do a version of this. So there are potentially more detailed ones, but if you want sort of what I'd call a plug and play model, where you literally take it out of the box, put it on your layout, this is perfect. I'll go into the detail in a little bit, but it does come with these two little houses as well, little outhouses, which are really nicely finished. I mean, Hornby scaled out, it's resin cast, and they are very, very good quality. And then in terms of the big structure here, this is an additional part that sits on the side, and then the coal stage, if I just rotate it around, you can see the hopper down here, railings all the way around. It's not a badly finished model. I think particularly around here, it looks pretty good. Obviously you could weather it a little bit more and make it a little bit more fitting, but yeah, it's extremely heavy. So I'll do some close-up shots of this and tell you a little bit about the coaling stages. So the coaling stage, as it's suggested, or coaling tower as they're sometimes called, was to rapidly fill locos when they came into the yard. So before these were invented, they'd fill the wagons by shovel, and it would take some time in order to get all the coal into the tender. So these monstrosities were usually found in one of the maintenance depots, and they would be preloaded with coal, which would be lifted up to the top into a storage area. So the coal would either come up on a conveyor belt, or indeed with this model would be lifted up the side. The entire wagon would be lifted up the side full of coal and then tipped in through the top. And then when the loco would pull up underneath, quite simple, it's just a gravity feed that opened the doors and the coal would shoot in. So the first attempt to replace manual labour by gravity was is actually at the Shildon Museum. There's the remnants there of the first coaling stage, actually at National Railway Museum's Shildon location. Just down the line, just a little bit, is it's easy to walk to. You can see the remains there, and that was built by the Stockton and Darlington Railway. I think about I can't remember the figure. It was 1846, I believe. So as I say, there's 100 of these across the UK. I don't think there's any in existence now. I think they've all been demolished. Typically made of concrete and steel. You know, as I say, there's none left. But I mean, if you go and have a look on the internet, you can see pictures of these. There's still some in, I believe, mainland Europe that exist. But yeah, as a model, it's pretty impressive. Yeah, so as I say, just a quick one this evening to you know, to keep the ball rolling on the channel while I get the computer sorted. So hopefully that was of interest. I think it's a wonderful model. I love it. I mean, unfortunately, with it being so large and so heavy, it's not really practical on my layouts because you know, the sort of portable ones I have, this kind of model just, you know, it wouldn't survive, and I don't really have the space on here for it at the moment. So sadly, this one does stay in its box. But yeah, as I say, they're out there. They're not particularly expensive. There are some you'll find on eBay where people are asking silly money for them. They're not, you know, they're not that limited. As I say, 600 of them. Although it says limited edition, they're not that limited. So if you do want one, you will find one out there, and at a good price, I should expect as well. Anyway, we'll leave this one there. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.